Hi, it's Charlene with Blown Overboard Games, and I found something. Now, my father loves railroads and trains, and so when I was trying to get my family into board gaming so that I would have people to play with, I started with a copy of Ticket to Ride. When I was in my parents' basement the other day, I found maybe the OG Ticket to Ride? I don't know, but I found this in my dad's possession. So he's liked trains for a very long time. According to Board Game Geek, this game was published in 1969, which is before I was born. So it's called The Game of Railroading. I haven't taken a look at it. I wanted to open it up with you and see what this game even is. What's inside? It says it's a bookcase game because it's designed, the box is designed so you can just put it right on your bookcase, which is nice. The back reads, "Is this any way to run a railroad?" I don't know, is it? An authentic railroad dispatching game based on the actual C&O/B&O railroad. One, two, or more players. That means it can be played solo. If you've seen any of my videos so far, you know I'm on the lookout for solo games always. So the first thing to figure out is, does this game, which has been sitting in my parents' basement since 1969, apparently, still have all the parts? Fortunately, there is a handy list on the back so I can check it out and compare notes. Oh, I like how the back cover is repeated on the inside sleeve, so if you lost part of it, you'd still have the information. Let's see what's in here. Oh, and there's, okay, so it has, okay, I gotta show you this, right? So it comes like this, right? One sleeve. And then two sleeves. It has, oh, things are starting to fall. But then it has this other thing that holds all the booklets to slide out of this part of the box. Okay, let's move that to the side and let's see what's in here. Okay. Okay, this just looks like game boards. Tokens. It even has this little brochure about the company that published it, the Avalon Hill Company. All right. Oh my gosh, look at this. So here is an old, basically mailing list subscription and survey that you could send in. Okay, it's the first thing listed on the list says there's supposed to be a dispatcher's manual containing colorful history, photos, and memorabilia of the railroading, plus diagrams and and examples of play. Oh wait, maybe that, no. Okay, we have the instructions, so that's good. Is this it? Ah, here we go. Item 1, dispatcher's manual. Check. Item 2, 97 train counters. I think that's in here. I'm not going to count to 97. It looks like there's many. Item 3, instructions. We found that. Check. Item 4, timetable. Here we go. Timetables. Timetables. Okay, so there's one for the C&O and one for the B&O. Departure cards. That would be these. Again, one for each railroad. in the matching colors. Situation cards. I believe that is this right here. Yes, status quo. Derailments. Oh, this is fun. We'll look through those later. Freight load counters. I believe that is also in this handy organizer. I'm guessing these are the load counters and these are the train counters, but we can go in more depth there in a second. And finally, two-part game board. Okay, so the good news is all the parts are still here from 1969. Let's take a closer look at this game. So here's that two-part game board. Okay, so it's a very long game board. There you go. The Game of Railroading. And part 2, also just as long. All right. You can see Maryland, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, all the way over. We got a little Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. So I think probably these might be laid one on top of each other. Or not. Because what's interesting about this board game design is the directions of things change. So like Ohio is written in this direction, but Cincinnati is facing the other direction. So I'm not sure, the best how this gets laid out on a table. You're going to need a long table to play this game. Okay, let's fold up the board games, take a look at these other components. Okay, how about these situation cards? Let's just flip through and see some examples. So we got some status quo that tell you where you can place freight counters, derailments, flooding of Ohio River. Let's see. Tunnel blocked. Mountain slides. There they are. Okay, looking at these departure cards more carefully, they are also where you track scoring for the game. I guess you have two sides, so you can play this game many times. Okay, let's take a look in this little container. I just filmed the video where I got my first organizer, so I'm sort of tickled to see that this game had an organizer in it already. I feel like that's probably something my dad added as opposed to it coming with the game, but who knows? So basically you have a lot of these green and yellow plastic dials, and then we have all these cardboard pieces with different railroad lines written on them. Okay, I looked at some more pictures online and I've confirmed that actually the two sides of the board do go right up next to each other. It threw me because the text is not all oriented the same way, but you can see here how the lines match up, both of the railroads and the geography. Okay, now that I'm looking closer at the board, I'm looking closer at the game board, and there's clearly spots on the game board that the little cardboard pieces go. So if we look here, you see all these things. Obviously this isn't the right one, but somewhere you find the right ones and they go on. Something like that, I'm guessing, has something to do with the gameplay. Anyway, I'm going to have to read the rules and then see if I can get my dad to play a game with me. But have any of you ever encountered this game before or played it? Let me know.